10 fights in a row, 9 title defenses, and he had his most recent one just this past weekend. He is on fire these days. He is your friend and mine. He is the great Phil DeFries, the KSW heavyweight champion. Hello, Phil. How are you?
I'm great. Life just keeps getting better over here, and I'm pleased to be on the show again.
Oh, it's wonderful to have you back on. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. A very busy stretch for you with you fighting this weekend and your good mates Tom Aspinall and Mick Parkin fighting this weekend in London as well. Congratulations on your 10th straight win, 9 straight title defense. You were on fire. But I noticed afterwards, Phil, you didn't seem too pleased with your performance. Why is that?
Oh, well, I can't believe a man as experienced as me made such errors in my fight camp. I thought I'll spar with Mick Parkin, I'll spar with Tom Aspinall, who are the best around. But what I didn't do was spar with anyone like Simon. I can't believe I made such a stupid mistake. And obviously, he fought nothing like Tom or Mick. And I won both rounds convincingly, but I got punched a little bit more than I would like. And I think a true, a more accurate punch or a much more powerful punch might have spelled lights out for me. So I watched it back and I wasn't as terrible as what I first thought, but I made a schoolboy error and I won't let that happen again.
Meaning you should have brought in someone to replicate your opponent?
Yeah, I didn't do that. I thought I'll spar with the best. And I did spar with the best. I was fit as anything. I had a great camp, but I didn't replicate the opponent, and that was a silly mistake.
Wow! And were you rattled at all in the cage? Were you thinking were you coming to that conclusion during the fight, or did you only come to that conclusion after the fight?
And after the fight, I kind of what's the word? Improvised, kind of progressed the fight. I changed during the fight to get on with it, but it was maybe I underestimated him a little bit too. But I was never rocked or anything, but I did get hit more than I have. I've been hit in probably 10 fights.
Yeah. Well, from this side, and you finished him, of course. It looked like another flawless performance. You just said there that was interesting. You said maybe you underestimated him. I do wonder, as you continue to rack up these wins, if there's any part of you, and this is no knock on KSW, they are offering the best possible. If there's a part of you that feels like, okay, maybe I'm just too good for who they can offer. Do you feel like you are at some point outgrowing the division?
I honestly feel I'm too good for most heavyweights in the whole world. I spar great. I do well against the best guys. I feel I'm a problem for anyone, and they continue to find good guys. Martin's reached out for a possible Ngannou fight, which would be a dream fight for me. Let's make that happen. It would be nice to come in as like a heavy underdog for once, and I'm sure I would do,
Okay, so let's talk about that. I threw this out on Saturday. I got some stick for it, but I still maintain of the options out there, there is no heavyweight who's available. And I know you're with KSW, but they are obviously open to a co-promotion. Why wouldn't they be? There is no other option in any other promotion outside of the UFC who is doing better than you, who's on the role that you're on, who has the resume that you have over the last few years. I really like this idea. So what are you hearing about KSW's attempt to try to make this happen? You versus Francis Ngannou next year when he finally comes back to MMA.
Let's make it happen. Martin's a clever guy. Maciek's a good, clever guy. They can make it happen. Let's do a cross promotion. Let's bring it over. Let's just do it. I think I'm the right sort of guy to beat Francis. So you need a grappler to beat that sort of guy. And I'll be more than happy to do it wherever, let's just get it on.
Okay, so let's hope no one's actually listening to this, Phil, because I want to try to help you get the fight. You saying that you're going to grapple Francis Ngannou is not going to get you the fight, my friend, all right? We need to tell the people we're going to stand and trade. We're going to go to war. We're going to go say, this is not the way to get the fight. No one wants to see Francis in a grappling match.
My God. You're absolutely right, actually. I'm going to completely forget everything I've learned, play to Francis' strengths, and totally bring it to him on his own ground, That's the smart thing to do.
Yes, go to war, stand and trade, no defense, swing for the fences, all that stuff. Has KSW, to the best of your knowledge, reached out to the PFL about trying to put something like this together?
Not to my knowledge, no. I think they had to wait for me to win first. Hopefully they'll do it this week. And let's see. I mean, it probably is a long shot, but I think it's a fight I could win, and I think it's a fight people want to see. And if not me, who else,
Yes. I don't think it's a long shot, my friend. I really do think that this could happen. Perhaps I'm being naive, and maybe it's not a full-on co-promotion with KSW. Maybe it's one of those things where KSW just says, all right, we're going to bring our guy over. We'll come to terms. Maybe they pay KSW FIBA. Like I really
Yeah.
do feel there's something here. I really do believe that. I'm not just blowing smoke.
Yeah, me too. Let's just hope Francis doesn't get paid too well for boxing, that he doesn't need to do it anymore, you know?
That's right. Do you fancy his chances against Tyson Fury?
No, I don't. You know, like you look at me, right? I'm probably one of the best heavyweight grapplers in the whole world. Yeah, I don't think I'd last 2 minutes against Gordon Ryan. You know, it's just these pure breed people. I'd have a cut above. You know, I mean, if Francis has his chance, he could knock him out, but I think Fury's going to be too clever for him. In fact, I think my name is in the hat to go and do a bit of sparring with Fury, you know, because he needs guys who can box a bit and can clinch a bit quite strong, you know. So, Tyson, get me up, man. I'm your man. Get me in there.
That is fun. I love that. So that might happen. You might. Where's he going to train these days? In Manchester?
I think he's reached out to Tom, you know. Him and Tom are friends, you know. Tom's been part of his boxing camps before, you know. So Tom said, "Oh, look, you need a guy who can box a bit, very strong in the clinch, you know. Well, I've got the guy who's outrageously strong in the clinch, and he's called Phil DeFries."
That is amazing. I love that for you. That's tremendous. Obviously, you are in London right now for Tom's big return fight. Everyone very excited about this. Can I ask, from your perspective, you know, I was talking before you came on, expect Tom to do well, expect him to win. He appears to be in tremendous shape. But anytime, you know, a big man like that comes back from an injury like he had last year, there is some trepidation. How has he been in the gym leading up to this?
Tom is better than ever, you know. Like the knee used to give him a little bit of jip, you know. We used to always get in there, do the rounds. But I think in a long, grueling session, like a 45 minutes, his knee would lock. You know, we've got all my knees locked. I'm gonna have to get off the mats. That doesn't happen now. You know, he's better than ever. He's performing better than ever, and I really think he's going to get an early finish. You know, and I actually think he's the best thing since sliced bread. You know, he's going all the way to championship. You know.
Wow. So this is actually a blessing for him that he got this surgery.
But yeah, the knee used to lock. It's something he's been putting off for years and years. But then the UFC be like, "Oh, he's a fight 3 months. He's loads extra money. He's a fight in 3 months. He's loads of extra money." And like you kind of go, "Oh yeah, well, I could always have loads of extra money. You know, that might be nice."
Right.
So he's time out. He's got fixed. He's got healthy, and he's damn motivated too.
I love it. And now, what about this young man Mick Parkin that is also training with you guys? My good friend Pete Carroll. Have you heard of the name that he has dubbed for your little squad? He calls you guys Team BFG, Big Friendly Giant, which I think is just absolutely apropos of the three of you because you're all just big friendly giants. And so two members of Team BFG will be competing. What about Mick Parkin? What could you tell us about him?
Oh, Mick is excellent. You know, he came to train with us at TFT 5 years ago, and he's been improving. But I tell you what, since his fight on Contender Series, he's just propelled right to the top. He's improved so much in this last year. He's been coming down with Tom. He's been with me a long time. He's really, really just getting better and better every time. I think you'll definitely get the finish within the distance, you know. And I don't think he's going all the way too. It's just a great time to be a heavyweight in the area. You know, you got me, Tom, Mick. We're all good friends. We respect each other. We all train damn hard, and we're all going straight to the top, man.
You like this Team BFG moniker?
I think it's great, you know, because we are quite a nice bunch, you know. Well, you know, if a person comes along and they come train with us, they fail their interview because they're a bit of a dick, we're like, yeah, you go away. We don't want your kind here. We're the big friendly giants.
Right.
Get out of our gym.
I love it. I love it. I love everything about your vibe. So this is big. By the way, while you're there with them, is there any part of you that like you miss the UFC buzz and all that? Do you think, it would be nice to fight on this one? How do you feel? I know you're very happy with KSW, but I feel like it's a natural question.
Yeah, I mean, UFC is great, you know. Maybe I've got one more fight, Matt Conrad. I'll check the offers on the market. But like I said, they start new guys. They start them on basic for some reason. I can't be starting on basic.
Yeah.
But I do walking out with Tom on the Blades fight. I thought this is something special, you know, like with like 20,000 people. I mean, KSW said that 50,000 people show mine, so that was awesome as well. But yeah, it is a great week to be part of, you know. Do you know the best thing about fight week with the boys, right? You don't have to fight some guy at the end of it. Like your fight week, or you're eating your dinners, you're having a good joke. But end of the week, you've got to fight some guy. This week, they fight the guy, and I just having a good time, you know?
Yeah. Oh, it must be the best after a win, right? Because now you're just like in the come down. You're still glowing, and you could pass that off to your friend and just see him, you know, go through. But you don't actually have to get in a fist fight on Saturday.
No, even after a win, it's kind of you get like a crash of like I've become moody the week after. Like I've been the center of attention. Congratulations, well done. Everything's done. Then like all of a sudden you're like goalless and aimless. Whereas now this week it's better because I have a goal, I have an aim. It's my friend's time, So it's kind of
Oh,
helped
that's
with the after
interesting.
fight kind of little sadness feelings. I think every fighter feels it, even after you lose, it's good. It's 10 times worse. But even after a win, you get a little bit down after the big fight.
That's interesting. Israel Adesanya has talked about that as well, like the crash afterwards. How do you come back? Like if you don't have a fight to help your friend train for and all that, what do you do to not make the crash so drastic?
Oh, well, Mick Parker, he doesn't let me have a day off, honestly. Like next week, he'll be like, Phil, I need you in the gym Monday, please. And I'm like, go ahead, Mick, we've both fought. So he keeps me in the gym, he keeps me motivated. Like the 6 weeks holiday's coming up. So I'll have the girls every day. We'll go camping and things, We'll make it work, But like I said, this week, I haven't had the clash because I've had no time for it. It's party time again.
Speaking of party time, look at you downing that beer right afterwards, just chugging it right after the big win. That's impressive. I guess you were really thirsty, right?
Well, the beer in Poland is a lot more bubbly than the beer here. When I had to down that big pint before and I failed, I didn't respect the bubbliness of it. This time I was ready for those bubbles and I got it straight down, But I think if they got me a nice flat beer, I could do two easily, But it was still very delicious. But I don't know what's all these bubbles in the Polish beer, but it is delicious, but makes the job a little harder,
That is
But
weird.
I'm not complaining. I got it done.
No, you did get it done quite easily. Again, you're very hard on yourself. We can't tell this, but I didn't know that was a thing associated with Polish beer, that it was bubbly. I've never heard that before.
Well, it is. Well, these unless they're setting me up to fail, unless they're putting extra bubbles in these beers to make me look a bit silly. But the joke's on them because I still did it.
You still nailed it. And by the way, speaking of nailing it, what about that promo that they put out right before the fight, the Baywatch one? That was unbelievable, the way they shot that, the way they produced it. Was incredible.
I absolutely love anything like that. It's fantastic. It's tongue in cheek. It's funny. People want to see that. I had a great laugh filming it. It's the KSW, the king of promotional videos. I thought it was fantastic.
How long did that take to put together? Like, how long were you there to shoot that?
It was dead quick because it was after the weigh-ins, and I had to cut a little bit of weight. I couldn't really be bothered, but it only took an hour.
Wow.
So about maybe 4 or 5 hours after thinking, I had it for an hour, did quickly blast it out there. Well, the Matchek's got a film studio, he knows what he's doing, he makes the big movies, so it's all professionally run, they know exactly what they're doing.
Wow, and that was on a beach in Poland?
Yeah. Oh, mate, it was beautiful. It was bloody unbelievable. I was going for walks down this pretty lovely white sanded beach, just lovely families coming all over, little buckets and spades, delicious food. It was like I paddled little in my contract. I've got a training holiday in Poland. My contract. I'm going to go back there with the family, and go visit the beach.
Well, I didn't even know that there were beaches in Poland. I guess joke's on me.
Oh, they are beautiful. It's like I tell you what, it's like a holiday destination, and they had a bit of it. It was very warm. It was 30 degrees, so there's a few moments in the fights where we're so sweaty. I had some of my best death moves locked in, but it was so sweaty. The guy managed to sneak out. That head and arm hold I get. If you're in that head and arm hold, you don't get out. But the slippiness was a big factor.
Interesting, very interesting. By the way, I like your T-shirt. Tintin, you're a big fan of Tintin.
Yeah.
The man.
I love Tintin, when Batman opens his closet and he's got 40 bat suits.
Yes.
I've got this T-shirt 4 times. I love it, When they say, people say, you need to get more T-shirts. I'm like, well, I've got my T-shirt I like. Well, who are you to tell me what to do, So this is one of the 4 Tintin T-shirts.
The exact same one?
I get the same T-shirt over and over.
Exact same one? Exact
same one 4 times, but I have 2 other Tintin T-shirts, and I do duplicate my T-shirts a lot. I quite like them. Well, when this one gets a little bit worn in, it'll be a Jim Tintin T-shirt. So they get years out of them.
Oh yeah.
And look at this. Look, we got it.
Wow.
We got the watch.
Wow.
All thanks to you, Ariel. We put the pressure on. You helped me get this watch. If you ever need the time, ask me, mate. I'll sort you out.
And for those that don't know, who hooked you up with that?
Matchek and Martin got me in for the 5 years champ, I love it. I would never. I'm not very extravagant. I would never buy a Rolex myself. I'd rather invest it or put it towards the house. But I'll cherish this till the day I die. But you know what? It's I don't know how to set it. It's dead complicated. I can't even set it.
Wait,
So
it doesn't
I
even.
won't be able to tell you the time after all.
It doesn't even say the real time. What does it say right now?
At the moment, it is 5-2-4.
5-4. In reality, it's 6:57, right?
Yeah, but there's not what it's for. I will learn one day, but not now. For now, it is just a lovely piece of jewelry.
That is, and that came after we talked about it on the show.
Yeah, they gave me at the Coliseum show, so I'd really badgered them, After 4 years, I was like, I want to start asking for this Rolex, and I really amped up the pressure, and I think that this was the thing that sealed the deal, put the pressure on. So another year, then I want to start putting the pressure on for the 10-year gift soon.
Oh, okay. And when would 10 years be? Next year?
No, 5 more years.
Oh, five more years. Okay, yeah. But you have one fight left. You have one fight left on your deal.
Yeah, I'm aware. I surveyed but Cage Junior, they look after us. They haven't tried any funny business with us. I'll see what they've got for us. They always offer me the best money, but I'm going to chase this Francis thing, because $2 million, that's a lot of money for the kids. That's like the dream life money there,
Of course. And so when do you expect that last fight will happen, the last fight on the current contract?
It has to be before January next year. I've just done 2 off the belt there. I wouldn't mind a little bit of downtime, but then after that, I'm ready to get straight back in there with whoever they want,
Wow. So this could, the timing here is actually perfect for the Francis fight. This could actually work out.
Yeah, I know. It's like, before this fight, when Francis announced that he would get $2 million for his opponent, I thought, that's something to get to going for, But like I said, who else but me? Who else, Like, I honestly think I could beat him. I really do. People laugh, but you got to shoot for the stars, And I believe I could beat that man.
That's the way you have to be. And the role that you're on as of late is I mean, just as impressive, if not more, than anyone else. Any talks of who the next opponent will be? Are they going to find someone outside of the organization? Any names out there?
I don't know. Darko Stosic picked up a big win, but I think they want to get him another win or contender sort of match for him or someone outside the organisation. Well, I spoke to them afterwards, and they didn't have a clue, But yeah. Francis is the name I'm pushing for. Francis, mate, you're the man for me.
Can I tell you what could be the win that gets you to the Francis fight? You versus Fabricio Verdum. Given the grappling background, you beat Fabricio, you get on everyone's radar. We go after Francis. Fabricio's a free agent. He's not tied to anyone.
I thought he was PFL, wasn't he? Campaigning for Francis too.
Nah, I think he's free to go. He's also doing this bare knuckle fight against Junior Dos Santos in September.
Oh yeah, we'll do it. Let's do it for Doom. I love that crazy face he does as well. I'll try and do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
No.
He can do it better than me. Well, I might beat him in a fight. He can do the crazy face, but maybe I can do a crazy face. I'll have to work on one.
By the way, both of you on the ground, that would be fun, right? His grappling versus your grappling.
I spar with a lot of good black belts, and I've got a very, very strange game that they cannot come to terms with. I honestly think I can out-grapple anyone. Hey, let me see. Let's see your best Verdum face impression, please, Ariel.
It's like, how's that? Does that look good?
It's good. I think it was better than mine.
It's a tough one.
I think he must have a very, they call it rubber mouth in Hollywood, don't they? Rubber face in Hollywood, good with the expressions.
Yeah. But I would love to see that. All right, so we've got some options here. Fun times. It's good to be you.
Yeah, it's great. Honestly, my life went from being in the absolute shit to absolute joy. Just, I've got the best friends around me, the best family around us. I'm getting financially stable. My head's in a good place. It's just a great time to be me,
What about these haters? You tweeted about the haters. Who are these people?
Oh, people they can't see you having a good time. Who is Phil DeFries? Fuck that guy. He's useless. Or he's so bored. He always just finishes people in the second round. I'm like, what joy do you get? What joy brings you to say horrible things about people? I just get a bit there. But you know what, Daryl? I used to be a hater. At my most unhappiness when I was around 20, 21. Even if good things happen to my friends, I think, why good things happen to you, and why is everything that happens to me bad? And you get all the luck and all this happens. When I was so unhappy, I was a hater, and now I'm happy. I honestly do feel pity for them, because these people, they need to find some happiness in their life. I mean, you do get your genuine trolls who are just dicks.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of them are just very unhappy people, who just need a bit of love, need a big cuddle maybe. I'm the man to cuddle you guys. Come and sit. I'll give you a cuddle.
I feel like I'm somewhat responsible for that, because I suggested the you versus Francis fight, and then I think some people were like, "Well, what are you talking about?" I'm like, "What are you talking about? Give me a better suggestion than this one." And so I hope that I didn't contribute to any of this.
No, I like it. I like it. My name's out there. My name's in the hat. You could be getting me. You've got me my Rolex. You could get me $2 million next, and then you won't. I'll even buy you a beer then, I'll get you a Rolex.
Well, if you get the Francis fight, I want to be there. I want to be there cage side watching that.
Yeah, you will be, man, but we'll get there. We'll go party afterwards, okay? I'll show you how to down a really bubbly pint.
All right. Final question. Okay, what's the official prediction for Tom this weekend? What do you say? First round, second round? What are you thinking? Marcin looks good. I saw him yesterday. He's looking very svelte. You see him? Lost a lot of weight.
He's very good. Tom is magic. He is magic. He's got a TKO in 2. I honestly believe he's going straight to the top. The TKO in 2. That's my prediction. But wow. I love Tybura. He seems a great guy. But he isn't Tom. That's the only problem, All
right. Well, good luck to Tom. Good luck to Mick. And congratulations to you. Pleasure as always, Phil. You're wonderful to speak to. Really enjoy it. And delighted for you. All the success that you're having, the good place that you're in mentally and physically. It's wonderful to see.
Thank you so much. And it's been a pleasure being on the show again, mate. Thank you.
Thank you. There he is. Big Phil DeFries. How could you not love Phil DeFries? I mean, is he not the absolute best?
Literally the best.
He's so lovable, right? I just want all good things to happen to that guy.